300. What's the deal? It's your folks Shaka, the urban philosopher. Wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So y'all know what this is. This is the weekend review, episode 6, y'all. I appreciate y'all pulling up. And so y'all, let's get into it. We're gonna talk about some things today, y'all. We're gonna chat about some things. First, let's get into these shout outs, y'all. And of course, shout out to the people, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, liking the information, sharing the information, whether you're emailing, whether you're dropping your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate all that shit on this little video channel, y'all. 100. And if you ain't sub, go ahead and hit that sub button and that bell. All right. And let's go ahead and get this influence up, y'all. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. And let's just move on to the page of the week. Page of the week, y'all, it's going to be this article. It's a blog. I believe it's about Abha Ahad. And it's a good article. It's called 21 Things Held in High Regard by Society and Culture. There's more to the title, but I'm going to drop the link below. But she talks about basically things that have been normalized but are really dysfunctional. Okay? And so just check it out, y'all, if you get the time. It's definitely a good article. The video of the week, we're going to give it to Freeze Is It. Okay. And the reason why is because he got this video he made called The Trouble in Trusting No One. And he pretty much explains how dysfunctional it is to be on that no new friends, I don't trust nobody, I'm solo, and things like that. He talks about how dysfunctional it is and how it has been normalized. That's not a good thing. Okay. And he breaks that down, y'all. So I suggest y'all check that out. Shout out to them, But yeah, y'all. That is the shout outs. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into what we came here for, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to speak on is the news and entertainment. It's real small here, but the first thing I wanted to speak on is Tiffany Haddish. Now, the reason why I'm speaking on her is because I seen her on an ad. It was on Facebook, and it was about this ocular thing. She's in partnership with a particular app on there where you are exercising in the virtual world. It's exercise, but in the virtual world, you hitting stuff, you jumping, doing all type of stuff like that. And what I found interesting is in the comment section, y'all, they had a whole lot of so-called black people that are definitely getting online with this stuff. I guess this past Christmas season, a lot of so-called black folks got that ocular thing or whatever it's called, and they're loving it, y'all. And when you look at how the so-called black community is also talking about this metaverse, we are definitely moving into this this whole digital age. And like I said before, y'all, this can be a tool or it can consume us. You know what I'm saying? But I also say this to say, yeah, I'm definitely about to start sharing some of this VR stuff. I do have some videos. I just have not released them, y'all. And I know that I got a lot of stuff, but you know what I'm saying, I need to get around to, but I just been kind of busy out here. But I'm definitely gonna release this stuff because we will be showing up into these lounges very soon. In fact, I got some people that sub to the channel that is into this stuff, okay? And I just think that it's gonna be more normalized. And like I tell y'all, these places are good places to kind of learn more about people. You know what I'm saying? People are talking, people are expressing themselves, but we're gonna get into it, y'all. But I just wanted to speak on that to kind of just like show that this stuff is starting to become mainstream now. Okay, it's not a facade or whatever. So the next thing I want to speak on is this dude, Kevin Hart. They had him on the Shark Tank, and you know, they throwing us the inclusion crumbs again. And this is what they do. They like to get a celebrity to get on the show and say, hey, I'm trying to help my people be included, even though they're not really a part of our community. Celebrities are not a part of our communities. They're not. They're made to be seen as deities and things like that to dictate a lot of our culture. But for example, this, you know what I'm saying? They had him on there and he was talking about how he was trying to do stuff for his people and all this shit like that. But he was on there making some deals. But what you notice is that every deal damn near he was making, one of these other so-called other groups of people, they had dibs in the deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's like they ain't got no new tricks. And what they were trying to still sell is that, you know, it's still in our best interest to keep them involved in everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell y'all, as far as human relations, in my opinion, we are their last bargain chip that they have. Because other groups of people, they're not getting down like that, okay? They got to pay a hefty price if they gonna be in on their deals and stuff now, because them people have smartened up. And so they're really trying to continue to push this towards on us that, you know, it's in our best interest to keep them highly involved in anything that we might ponder, okay, on utilizing to help us progress, okay? And so I just wanted to speak on that because, you know, they have been kind of talking about him being on the Shark Tank and, you know, his so-called effort to include the community and all this so silly stuff. So I just wanted to kind of call that out. When I get a chance, y'all, I'm going to check out that movie about him being a single father, and I'm going to get around to talking about that. But yeah, I just wanted to pull that story. Now, the next thing is, as y'all might have heard, you know, they done got Young Dolph's killer or whatever. One of them, I believe. Now, they got another guy, the suspected killer, who is supposed to be turning himself in on Monday and or today, you know, because I'm making this today, Monday, in the AM. But dude claimed he's innocent, you know. He said he turning himself in. But what I think was interesting was they are also saying that that same car, okay, was involved in the murder of a mother of 5, okay? And so these dudes, it seemed like they were just out here willy-nilly, you know what I'm saying, allegedly. But, you know, also what I find interesting is just that the dudes don't seem to have any affiliation with any type of beef. You know what I'm saying? It seems like these dudes was kind of like clout chasing, just like the Alpo stuff. And that's another thing you got to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people today, man, you know, they just want to get props for doing something, you know what I'm saying, to somebody, you know, such as Young Dolph or something like that, just to say I did it, you know. And that seems like it might be the case with these young dudes. You know, they probably just kind of wanted some clout. We still got more to see, but it seems like that it was kind of like a clout chasing thing, which is just kind of unfortunate. But like I said, you know, we got to keep these things in mind, man, when we do things like step on the scene in the hood or wherever we're going. And it's especially, you know, like that for just these big YouTube personalities. In my opinion, I consider that you probably like somewhat of a YouTube personality when you kind of like in that 40K and you on up there, to me, I think that you're moving in that way. You know what I'm saying? And so like, yeah, man, I just kind of say that to say, you know, we got to be careful out here. But next thing, we want to move into the truth of the matter, y'all. Okay, we want to move into the nitty gritty, because when we get to the truth of the matter, we get into the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been following up on this YNW Melly dude, okay, who killed his partners, okay, that allegedly, okay, they saying that partners were killed. He claimed that it was like a drive-by at first or whatever, but now they're leaning towards the idea that he staged this stuff, okay, and he killed his boys. Now, what I find interesting is a lot of people who are his fans and stuff, many of these people believe that he did it, but they're trying to say that he did it because one of his homeboys or whatever threatened his mama, okay? And then I go back and I see that, you know, these dudes just start rising to fame within, you know, the past 2 years or whatever. And in my opinion, just knowing how niggas is, you know what I'm saying, out here, it seemed like this dude pretty much knocked his partners off because he wanted to be the only nigga. You know what I'm saying? If he did this, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like the dude just wanted to be the only nigga. And that is a problem, man, in our community among black men. That is the main reason why we don't have anything collectively as a unit. Okay? We don't control much of anything collectively as a unit because so-called black men have that I want to be the only nigga mentality. Okay? That is a problem, man. You know what I'm saying? And niggas really get down like this in real life. See, a lot of the people online talking about, they know nothing about this type of stuff. But if you're a so-called black man and you understand our culture, man, we have this problem. This is one of the reasons why even just online, you deal with a lot of stuff that I had mentioned on here. Like when I was talking about how brothers don't like getting behind, rallying behind a brother or whatever, even if they're within their circle. They won't rally behind the brother 100%. Because why? They have that I want to be the only nigga mentality. Or you'll have a lot of niggas online taking people's information and likeness and not giving credit to who inspired them. We're going to speak more about this on this show. Because they want to be that only nigga. That's how so-called black men think. And sometimes that shit can become deadly, man. You know, we just got to be better, man. That is not a good look. You know what I'm saying? And if it turns out that dude did that, I don't give a damn who he is or what song he made. That nigga deserve everything coming to him. They talking about that it could be possibly the death sentence. And he should get that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell. You know, that you would do that to your partners just because you wanted to be the only nigga. And it seems like, I could be wrong, because I don't follow them like that, but based on the public perception and reaction to him, he was already the most talented dude. But that just wasn't enough, in my opinion. So we'll have to see how it turns out, man. But, you know, if that is the case, man, yeah, so-called black men, we need to really pay attention to that. Because a lot of us have those kinds of thoughts, okay? Now, what we will do to see that being the reality, it varies and depends, but oftentimes it's very dusty, disgusting, and dangerous, man. You know, it's real crazy. And unfortunately, because apparently he's a talented dude for the times, based on a lot of people, Now he can't even do what he do, you know? And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to stop there, man. But let's just go ahead and get into this social media, okay? Let's get into the social media, y'all. Real motherfucking talk. Now, the first thing is somebody asked me about Clubhouse. They wanted to know what I thought about Clubhouse today. And I'm going to say this, man. Clubhouse is still that spot, or the green room, which is preferred. But Clubhouse is still that spot where I believe that a lot of these dudes who are sitting online and things like that, on these type of platforms, claiming that they're giving advice and things like that, and then they got the nerves to kind of disagree with other people's advice. I still do believe that that's a place where you have to show up on. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be willing to show up to kind of dialogue and debate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes to prove and validate your information. But as far as what the culture is like on there just collectively, man, it's very dusty. You know, to be real with you. A lot of brothers is on there dusting it up. And another thing is when you pull up there, you can again see on public display the real problems that so-called black men we have with our women, man. And that's just real. You know, the amount of irresponsibility, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to black men dealing with women on Clubhouse, is just 100% out of hand. You know, there is no brotherhood really on Clubhouse with so-called black men at all. You know, and what you'll see on there is what a lot of these dudes really want, is they really just want to be cool with the woman. You know, it's not about them leading the household and all this stuff they be talking about. It ain't about that for a lot of these dudes. You know, but that platform is very popular among black men because they can get on there and, you know, they ain't just in the comment section trying to get the attention of the Instagram model. A lot of times they could be on there and the Instagram model will be right in the room having to follow their rules, okay? And so, you know, that puts a lot of so-called black men at bay with focusing on what we really need to focus on. And so when you get on Clubhouse, you see a lot of the nonsense topics. And y'all know what they are. You know what I'm saying? The ones about black men, black women, and interracial relationships, and, you know, the same old, same old. And so, man, that's what I would say about Clubhouse. Now, the green room is a little different. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a little more sophisticated, but it ain't a lot of us on there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. A lot of us is on Clubhouse getting into a lot of nothing talks and conversations. You know what I'm saying? Not the case all across the board, because there are a few things, but that's what I think about Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying, at the moment. The next thing, y'all, we gonna get into this Kwame Brown versus Gilbert arenas. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get into that, y'all. You know, I was asked about it. People wanted to get my thoughts on it. And y'all, it was a very bad look for Kwame Brown. It was not a good look for him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it just showed a couple of things. You know, it just showed that, number one, he don't have the right kind of people in his corner. You know, it don't seem like. And to be real with you, man, it seemed like Kwame Brown was struggling with a few mental issues. Just how he was, it seemed like he was going into like a trance. You know what I'm saying? It was like a default effort or something, but it was a very bad look. First off, Gilbert Arenas, he pulled up ready to go. Okay? he had talked to the other, the dude who was hosting this whole thing. He had talked to him for a good minute before Kwame Brown got on stage. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, Kwame Brown, his fans had to pressure him to go live. And that was a very bad look. In fact, one of his fans had to just let him know, it's not looking good, bro. We need you to get on stage. Okay. And so that was the first thing. Kwame Brown, you know what I'm saying, he kind of got small in the beginning. But he had eventually got on there. But yeah, before then, he had people capping for him. Even the host was low-key kind of trying to, cap for Kwame Brown. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that the host had somewhat of a bias or whatever, but you seen that. But then when he finally got on stage, man, it was like, basically what he tried to do was assassinate Gilbert Arenas' character. And it did not work at all. Okay? Gilbert minimized that attempt by not even responding to it. He just kept sticking to the facts, you know what I'm saying? And asking Kwame Brown a bunch of very real questions. That Kwame Brown tap danced around a lot of these questions. And it just was bad. Kwame Brown was 100% the guy he complained people were towards him. You know what I'm saying? And it really just made his whole demeanor, his whole effort like an act. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was a very bad look. The nigga was cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing. It just looked real weak, man. It was just like he was trying to make up for it. Then he also tried to get on this thing about Gilbert Arenas. He was trying to bring everything out, including him of talking white boy tactics. He was saying that. He tried to accuse him of talking bad about black women. And Kwame Brown always cracks me up when he talks about that, because went on record several times to co-sign his partner over there at the FBI camp. He liked plugging him and propping him up, but this is what he does. So it was just a complete character assassination attempt. And Kwame Brown was exposed. He was exposed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's just pretty much what I think about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only point Kwame Brown really had was when he pretty much spoke against Gilbert Arenas not taking his own likeness, doing his own thing, but pretty much doing what most tap dancing niggas do, which is take their influence and their likeness over to a white media station and kind of prop them up and just be, you know what I'm saying, an employee on the show. So, but other than that though, yeah, it was not a good look. But what you've seen though is the reason why a lot of these dudes will not really get on a show where they're dealing with somebody that's going to deal with them from the mind. It's going to challenge them with intellect. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't just going to get into this character talk like Kwame Brown did. He was really trying to get the dude Gilbert Arenas to get in that area, and he just wouldn't do it. And because of that, Kwame Brown, DOA. DOA. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I think that Kwame Brown tried to turn around and do a review of the video. He tried to make up for it, but bro, it's just a DOA, bro. You know what I'm saying? That man really got you. And so that's who I would say is holding the crown with that situation right now, y'all. And yeah. But let's move on to the next thing. The next thing, y'all, I wanted to speak on briefly, Ken's whole Dubai trip, okay, and the reaction, okay. That's what I want to talk about, was the reaction. You know, the brother went on a trip to Dubai. It was a nice trip, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the video that he made along with it. I thought that it was good. I did like the little, it was interesting, man, because it seemed like him and De'Ara do share that same thing, man. Like, when they do these, you know, follow me, come along with me, and they take the camera with them, it turns out to be an interesting thing, man. And he did that in this house. He did the Dubai trip house, the $1 million home tour. And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? He was finding certain things. It was almost like, yeah, secret areas and what this button do. And I thought that it was a cool little just, you know, video. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was good, but the reaction behind it, y'all, you know, I think that some of these reporters and things like that, man, just be reaching too heavy. Like, y'all see a certain thing and y'all get on this, hey, you know, this is what this is, or new lover, and it's always these extreme things. And I think that sometimes that forces some of these content creators to be a little more private about some things that that ideally they would be more willing to share. You know what I'm saying? But they just think that, man, if I do this, they gonna take this way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that just being kind of somewhat extra about some of these things encourages that type of culture with the content creators and people that we might want to share a little more and things like that. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say that, y'all. I think that it was so extra when people were like, oh, I'm going to tell De'Ara, and they run into De'Ara to try to get a reaction out of her. And De'Ara responded accordingly, you know, when she said, don't report to me about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Ken kind of just didn't say anything, I don't believe. But, you know, y'all, I think that when it's done like that on a consistent basis, you know, it just really put these content creators in a position to say, you know, I'm going to turn down a little bit, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to what I'm going to share and stuff. And I just think that maybe some folks keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to that type of stuff, kind of respect some things, because I think that when people continue to do that, they're not really showing Ken or De'Ara that they respect what they're doing moving forward. I mean, even Ken, he got his own, he got the Ken folk now. You know what I'm saying? De'Ara got the OG. And I just think that us being so over the top about some of these situations is kind of somewhat not putting respect on their names and what they're trying to do. So just wanted to say that, y'all. But on to this next thing. King said, you know, the girl Diamond's Flawless spit all on King Sid, spit all in his face. And this was making headways all over Black social media, especially on YouTube. And, you know, I kind of wanted to speak on that because, you know, I had actually went back and even looked at his whole thing about 2 years ago, where something that happened between him and the girl Diamond's Flawless, and he had a whole confessional and things like that. And just on up until now, I've seen certain women in his fan base say, well, we don't know why women continue to hurt him or whatever. Like, pretty much saying that he seems to be a good dude. Why do women keep doing this to him? And when you see what happened with that, that could be a good reason why, man. There's no respect. And this is what I say about a lot of men, so-called black men, because in reality, this is also a thing, man. Some of the things that we put up with, man, okay, it puts us in a position, man, to be, disrespected by the woman, and how we deal with her and stuff like that. And so when this girl just spit on him and stuff, in my opinion, it kind of sent a signal right there, like, man, that brother has, if I'm him, I'm not finding myself dealing with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? That feel that way about me, that would spit on me and things like that. And you got to understand that this man is a 2 million plus follower dude. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be considered a thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is what happens. He's being degraded like this online. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if there's anything called the abuse, that's definitely abuse. But you know what? I do not blame the woman, okay? Because it's just like I told y'all, this is what he is allowing. That's the game that he puts out there, okay, for her to play. You know what I'm saying? And this could be very dangerous. And just on a deeper note, another reason why us as men, we should not tolerate this, man, because this is very enabling, man. This is one of the talks that I have with women within our community. Oftentimes when you see women out and about and they're acting all crazy and stuff like that towards men, and people are looking like, man, this dude will destroy this woman. What's wrong with her? You know what I'm saying? It's because a lot of times that isn't enabled within our community. A lot of dudes will put up with a lot of this nonsense. And then a woman will go out there in the world and she'll think that this is okay to do with any man. And then she'll find herself in a very dangerous situation. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, just on a deeper note, that's the reason why this stuff is not cool. As men, we should not find ourselves tolerating this type of stuff. Okay? No woman should be that important to us to where we're looking at a situation where we are being degraded like this publicly. And so that is my opinion, man. And like I say, in my opinion, he could help that girl Diamond a whole lot if he was to just be the person to say, nah, we don't settle for that. I love you, I care about you and things like that, which obviously it seems that the dude got feelings for her. But if that's really the case, bro, you'll deal with her the right way, okay? That will at least say that at the end of the day, you did your part to try to help ensure that she was a better woman tomorrow. And sometimes that means holding them accountable, man, and not dealing with them. And another thing that I noticed was that he had, I guess, his current girlfriend there available and things like that. And so, I mean, that wasn't a good thing either, because all that does is send a message to her that, you know what I'm saying, you just kind of really don't even respect yourself enough to really stand on anything. And I don't know if she was at his house or other way around or whatever, but yeah, man, you got to deal with those situations accordingly, man. But yeah, that's what I would want to say on that. And I just hope that brother can kind of get better with how he goes about dealing with her. Like I said, I know that he got feelings and things like that. So I hope that they can get it right. But we'll see. And the last thing, y'all, we going to move to, because this is going to be a shorter one. But we definitely got to call this out. Okay? We're going to speak on this dude, Tony Gaskins. Okay? And shout out to the brother looking familiar. You know what I'm saying, brother? I appreciate you, because we do gotta go ahead and make sure we keep tabs on these types of things, because, people can say what they want, but we're confident that we're bringing, information to the table. And if it ain't what we're bringing to the table, we always give props to those that did or do, okay? Because that's what real ones do. And I want to say this before I go ahead and speak on this, y'all. I don't make not one penny off this shit, okay, as of now. If you add in my last channel and you add in this channel, okay, almost 193 videos strong, and I gave y'all nothing but fire. I ain't made not a penny off of it, okay? If any of this shit went viral today, I would not make a penny off of it. When I pull up, okay, at the moment, okay, what we're seeing today, you know what I'm saying? I do this just to put information out here so that we're adding to the pot. So, of course, I'm going to be a lot more critical about people doing things like taking information and not giving props to who influenced them, okay? Because that's what we're here to do. We want to try to reach a greater audience of people, obviously, okay? But yeah, let's get into speaking on why I'm saying this, okay? So y'all know that the last episode I spoke on the guy, Tony Gaskins, and I told y'all that I had agreed with some of his talking points. I propped him for what he spoke on the manosphere, okay? But we got to double back on this dude here. Because, there was some info brought to my attention. And after checking into it, it's something we need to speak on. I just noticed that now. I've seen a couple of things, but just in the course of the little I seen of this dude, within him dropping videos within the past 2 weeks, I noticed for sure that you've taken at least talking points from like 3 of my videos. Okay, I made a video that I did on perversion. How perversion has dealt a serious blow between partnership between the black man and black woman. The video that I did on Ken's podcast, when I reviewed his podcast, okay, in my video on counterfeit personalities, to name a few. And bro, within 2 weeks, I see that you have stole a lot of my talking points, okay? And you never gave props to who inspired you, okay? And look, man, I know about you, bro. I know that you've been around for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. I know about your commercial endeavors, okay? But that don't make you exempt from being checked about just taking my shit, okay? And one thing about me, man, is I try to be the best example of letting people know, you get props to who inspired you, or don't fuck with it at all. You know what I'm saying? This type of stuff, when we do these things this way, it encourages innovation and stuff like that. It makes the community stronger of information when we're out here sharing this stuff. But being dusty, stealing info, and running back to your peoples like it's yours is not proper. And, this dude, he turned up. You know what I'm saying? And this guy claims to be a man of God. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting over here claiming to be a man of God, and he got all this advice. He claims he's not a YouTuber, despite him having thousands of videos and thousands of followers, and him making a video damn near every day. He claims he's not a YouTuber and all this and that. But bro, I'm just gonna tell you like that, bro. I'm not gonna settle for you stealing my shit, okay? And at the end of the day, man, what I find funny about a lot of you dudes, these are the examples that are up front. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of us are not aware of this because we're not the people out here making the content. A lot of us are just in the crowd watching these dudes. But at the end of the day, this is what he's selling his fans. And I'm going to say this, listen, they know about you more than they know about me. So I don't have no problem with taking your information or reviewing your information and letting your people know, okay? All right? where you're getting your information from, okay? While you're trying to sit back and tell them that you're some mentor or guru or whatever you're trying to say. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. This is gonna be a shorter one today. All right. I appreciate y'all coming through. Go ahead and definitely hit that like button. And then hit that sub button and that bell. Because I'm going to drop something that you're going to like, all right? Anyway, folks, it's your people, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I am out. It's 300.